Hi students, and welcome to this first online quiz. This video will help you navigate this quiz, which deals with pre-class work. When I say pre-class work, I mean work that's going to be associated anytime that we have a small team activity. As you'll notice in the syllabus, that the majority of the class will be taught and you will learn through small teams. That is, where 3 or 4 students sit around a couple of tables and actually learn the biochemistry material through these active learning teams. All right, so active learning meaning that instead of lecturing, it's going to be more active, where you're going to have to be solving problems and coming up with hypotheses and etc. as we work through these. All right, so not only will we be learning actively, but also this course is going to be high structured. The idea with high structure is that there's going to be something to do virtually before every class. That is the pre-class work. You'll come to class and we'll do active learning during the time, and then that'll be usually followed by homework. All right, so this high structure, and I think that it really does help students learn. I'll talk more about that in a second. So as you begin to take this quiz, you'll need a couple of things. First, you'll want to grab the syllabus. I gave one of these out in class, and then there's one on e-learning. You want to grab the pre-activity assignment for non-covalent interactions, which again I handed out in class. You'll need the foundations of biochemistry, which are referred to as FOB. And then you also need your main Leninger biochemistry textbook. All right, so grab those 4 items for this quiz. Now a little bit more of why I use the active learning and also the high structure. So a lot of research has shown that active learning really does help students learn more deeply. You often don't cover as much material, but you learn the foundations much more deeply. Scott Freeman, who is a lecturer of biology at the University of Washington in Washington State, has done this for almost 20 years, and he found once he switched to this method of teaching that students saw a rise of about 3%. All students saw a rise of 3% in their grade. So if they were scoring an 85, they went to an 88%. And that students who really struggled coming from high school into college saw about a 6% bump. Now I should point out that Scott Freeman does this with 300 to 700 students in a really large lecture, and it does work, but it's been shown at smaller schools as well. And in fact, I've worked with a colleague at Capital University, it's another small school, Lutheran College in Columbus, Ohio. And we've published some research poster, and in fact that research poster is hanging up in the 2nd floor of S&E. And really what we found is that students at Geneva, virtually all of them are understanding alpha helical structure and also pKa based on this. So almost 100%, 80 to 100% understand those two concepts, alpha helici and pKa, compared to about 40% or less nationally. All right, so really do think that this helps. And of course, understanding these basic concepts helps with things such as taking the MCAT, taking the GRE subject test, and going on to graduate school. All right, so I really do think this is helpful. So let's go ahead and get ready to take this quiz dealing with pre-class activity.